So if you think the C64 is a dead and dormant machine, then think again. I mean, I don't know what it would be, 30, 35 years since the C64 came out. I'm not exactly sure. You can go and Google it for yourself. I'm not doing it. Anyway, yeah, suffice to say, it's been 1 or 2 years since the C64 stopped being a commercially viable thing. But in the interim years, there is a massive, massive thriving hobbyist thing around the C64. Not just the Commodore 64, the Spectrum's the same, Atari, BBC. There are still people making brand new games for these machines, and personally, I think that's bloody excellent. However, whilst there is a lot of these games that get released, some of them get released for free, some of them you can make a donation, some of them you can buy, digital downloads, you can get them on cartridge, you can get them on tapes, discs, you name it, chances are somebody's going to have it there. So whilst a lot of these games do actually become something that gets released for you to play, there's also a lot of games that were started to get developed, and for some reason, unbeknown to me or anyone else, they never saw the light of day. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at 10 games that never quite made it. So kicking off, we have Beep Boy, released in 2002. Now I have to say, the graphics are absolutely fantastic. I mean, really, I know that these would not look out of place on a Sega Mega Drive or SNES. If anybody happens to know if these games were released, then please let me know, but I'm looking at my game base and they're down as basically prototypes. But yeah, the graphics in this are absolutely phenomenal. Trying to figure out, are you some sort of, you wearing a little turban or something? I'm not quite sure what you're meant to be. A tennis ball? Is it Pac-Man possibly? Well, of course not, you're Beep Boy. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really, you know what, the graphics in this are some of the most impressive I've actually seen. They're really, really nice. Trying to figure out what that baddie is that you're trying to kill. It looks like a kind of toilet roll holder that fires lasers or little bolts of electricity or something. If any clever people happen to be watching this video, people that can code C64 games, Holly, then and they fancy taking these on, I'm sure whoever actually put out this prototype, I'm sure they would be more than happy to see somebody try and pick up the reins. Now is that a jobby you're trying to kill? Manga. Yeah, the graphics are awesome. In 2002, yeah, the C64 commercially was long gone. Nintendo, that's interesting. Oh, balls. Okay, back to the beginning again. Kinda reminds me a wee bit like the Blues Brothers. I was going to say Ghosts and Goblins. It's nothing like Ghosts and Goblins, apart from its side, it scrolls from left to right. Now, I have no idea how many levels this has. Even the situation's really nice. Kill the jobby. Yeah, lovely. Right, this next one is called Metal Warrior. Sorry, Metal Warrior 4, which I would guess there was Metal Warrior 1, 2 and 3, possibly. Again, this was released in 2002. Again, it's got a nice SID tune. So, I mean, although they were never finished, you know, there was a lot of work went into them. looks like these guys are fighting with each other. Yeah, graphics are alright, slightly, ever so slightly blocky, but you know, still alright. Oh, what happened there? Oh, it seemed to disappear. What was that? Field Agent Steelhouse. No, I can't even read it. Like the call. Right, okay. Oh, hang on, we're getting attacked with ninjas. Bloody hell, they just appeared out of nowhere. So yeah, it's certainly got all the makings of being a decent little game. I'm assuming you've got health. It says inf. I wonder if that means it's infinite, possibly because it's just a kind of beta version of the game. I don't know what that is below your heart. I'm not sure what that is. Gore on. Alright, okay. Fist, katana. Ah, there we go. Right, we've got a sword. And now we've got a 9mm pistol as well. This isn't really my type of game, but you know, I'm sure it would appeal to a lot of people. So anyway, yeah, that's Metal Warrior 4, and again that was released in 2002. And sticking with 2002, this one is called Cave Wizard. Now, like the first one, I am really impressed with the graphics. Now, oddly, I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Oddly, the screen seems to kind of jerk a wee bit. That could well be. The graphics are fantastic. It's just a shame that these games never actually got released or were never actually finished in any sort of, well, I was going to say in any playable form. They are obviously because I'm playing it just now. Now trust me, there are a lot of these games. Alright, I think you'd probably die there. Is that a snake with a face? Sad looking thing. Yeah, there's a lot of these unreleased games. So I've basically just plucked 10, primarily from 2002, but I will put out another video featuring these because it's interesting to see games like that. Don't know where we need to go. It doesn't want to scroll left either, does it? You see, it could well be that this has never actually been, this is a sort of non-playable or a partially playable level. Can't seem to get out here at all. But yeah, again, it had a lot of promise, graphically wise, lovely. So that's Cave Wizard. And again, 2002, we've got this delightful little platformy type thing, Blockman 64. Again, this would not look out of place on a Mega Drive. I love the colour scheme. That is really nice. Very Nintendo-ish. The little kind of star at the top there. Let's see, what's that little thing? It's like a little kind of power tablet thing at the top. You've got sort of little 10 little check marks, and then you've got number 3 at the top. They might just be kind of placeholders. I'm really not too sure. Ah, bollocks. Well, you can see there, so it's my lives. The lives are at the top right. It's now going down to number 2. I like the sound effects. It's like a kind of a wind sound. Very atmospheric. Oh, bollocks. I thought I could jump in that and get over. So again, it's possible that this one is, you know, is not very playable, which is a shame because it's certainly got, it certainly looks like it could have been a nice wee game. Right, next is Kid Saviour, and this is 1991. So even this itself is, what's that, 2001, 2000, this is 30 years old, yeah. I like the movement, I like the animation of the wee guy. Doesn't appear to be any sound. You can, excuse me, you can see there, yeah, it's still very much a kind of a beta or work in progress, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't seem to be very much. It looks like there's no baddies to speak of at all. Again, it looks fairly promising. It could have been something quite nice. So that's Kid Saviour. Right, this is Citadel II. Again, this is released in 1992. Entering City 1 called Uranus. Now for an unreleased game, or is it a prototype, this is graphically wise, this is actually quite advanced looking. I'm kind of thinking Paradroid. I mean, 1992, the C64 was still, you could still buy games, so interesting to know. Was there ever an original game called Citadel? Something rings a bell that there was. I can't remember if it was on the C64 or not. Was it not on the BBC possibly? I wonder, would this maybe be the sort of proposed sequel to it? Possibly. If anyone knows anything about these games, please put a comment down below. But yeah, it's got all the hallmarks of a Paradroid. Some nice sort of parallax scrolling here, gives a bit of depth to the gameplay. Or not to the gameplay, a bit of depth to the kind of graphics. Yeah, it feels a bit like it feels a bit too clinical. I think I prefer Paradroid. But again, it does look nice and it could have been something nice. That's Citadel 2. Right, this one is Deadhead, and again released in 1992. Now it's, what would I compare it with? The wee ship looks a bit like, actually no, I was going to say it looks like the ship out of Cybernoid, but you know what the wee guy, you know what the ship looks like? It looks like, is it Bubba? There's a white character in Bubble Bobble that comes onto the screen when you take too long to complete the level. That's what he looks like. Is it Bubba or something he's called? Yeah, it's sort of kind of a defender. You've got the little radar at the bottom. Feels a bit like a game that Jeff Minter would have written, actually. I'm not 100%. Well, I've got a score there. I was going to say I thought it was maybe invulnerable, but you can certainly see the energy meter on the left going down a wee bit. But this looks looks really promising. It would be nice to see this finished. And I'm dead, and that is Deadhead. Right, this next one is Liberator. Again, released in 1992. You can probably see what I did there. I started looking at games in 2002 and then I ended up in 1992, but trust me, there's loads more. So yeah, what is this? It's think of it as Operation Wolf, but with cowboys. I like the little Sid tune, but of the good, what do you call it? Good, the bad, and ugly. The movement of the cowboys is especially impressive. Really smooth looking. So I'm trying to see there. Yeah, I think your life is depicted with the heart, which kind of depletes the more damage you take. I'm trying to see, you kill scorpions, I think you get points. What's happened here? Objects. I don't know how we get out of this. Right, I have no idea. I don't know what I've done here. Yeah. Anyway, that's Liberator. This next one is Megatanoi. Once again, released in 1992. During the 20th century, motorcycle pilots ran on primitive tracks. Now that sounds like a bit of digitised sound going on there. I'll tell you, for an unreleased game, there's a lot of effort has gone into the presentation. Now, wait a minute, I know that tune. Oh, I can't remember what it is offhand, but I certainly know. It's a familiar tune. Right. Okay. Right. I think this is it. I think this is the game. So I'm trying to think. So is it kind of being sold as a driving racing simulation? Instead of a track, you're sort of flying through a tunnel. Obviously, it's just using the colours to kind of portray movement, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of the early C64 racers use the same sort of same effect. It does look impressive. It's hard because it's a prototype. Oh, did I just crash? Because it's kind of unfinished, it's hard to actually know, is there things missing? Were there going to be baddies to shoot or something, possibly? Again, as I said earlier on, if anyone knows anything about these games, then please stick your comment down below. Kind of feels a wee bit like the trench run in Star Wars. Anyway, that's Megatanoi. And the last one we're going to look at is Hardfie. That's sort of horizontal scroll 'em, or sorry, shoot 'em up in this style of R-Type. And I'll tell you, it takes no prisoners at all. As you know, I am absolutely shit hot at shoot 'em ups, and I'm struggling. Quiet at the back. Again, it's got a nice little Sid tune. Bloody hard though. But yep, it's interesting to look at games like that and see what could have been. Like I says, if you know anything at all about them, please put your comments down below. If you want to see another video when I look at another 10 games, again, please let me know. But it's fun looking at games like this. Ooh, getting further here. Again, I've absolutely no idea how many levels these things have. But yeah, anyway, that is Hardfie. So, like I says, guys, let me know what you think of the video. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching.